All right, we didn't get to the kite notes today because of the change in schedule, so I figured that we could finish it up with a video. So all of this is on the sheet that you were given. So we're dealing with kites. So consecutive sides are congruent. So that would be these two smaller are congruent and these two longer are congruent. One pair of opposite angles are congruent. Those angles are going to be the ones that are closest together or that are connected by the shorter diagonal. Diagonals are perpendicular. The shorter diagonal is bisected by the longer diagonal. So these two are congruent, and the longer diagonal bisects the angles. So these two angles are congruent, and those two angles are congruent. Okay, let's look at a problem here. So we have BD is 10. Well, that's the shorter diagonal, so that's going to be bisected. So these are each 5. AE is 4. And at the length of A to C is 12. 12 minus 4 gives us 8. So in order for us to find the perimeter, we need to find the length of AB and AD, as well as DC and BC. And since those lengths are congruent, we just have to solve for one of them. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, and we have 4 squared plus 5 squared is equal to x squared, and we also will have 8 squared plus 5 squared is equal to y squared. So I want you to go ahead and solve those. You can round to the tenths. Okay, and once you solve that, I want you to check back on the video. Alright, x is the square root of 41, which is approximately 6.4. Y is the square root of 89, which makes y approximately 9.4. So in order to solve for our perimeter, we need to add all 4 sides together. It should be a 0.4. Okay. All right, we're solving for angle G. So remember we said that one pair of opposite angles are congruent in a kite, and clearly this is not drawn to scale. Okay, so there's 360 degrees in every quadrilateral, so we need to take 360 degrees and subtract the 140 degrees that we know, which gives us 220, and then that 220 is cut in half so that each angle is 110 degrees. Okay, we're going to do that again. We're solving for angle G, which is now over here. The closer pair of angles are congruent, so both of these are 110 degrees. So we need to take 360 degrees, subtract 60, subtract 110, and subtract the last 110. And that's going to give us 80 degrees. I get to solve the 4 right triangles. Alright, we set up Pythagorean theorem twice. The first time is a triple. The second time, you could round to 5.8. Solve for your perimeter. And you get 21.6. Okay, the next one we need to solve for perimeter and area. So again, you have Pythagorean theorem. So we have 4 squared plus 6 squared is equal to x squared. And we have 6 squared plus 12 squared is equal to y squared. Solve for x and y and then come back to the video. So we get side lengths of 7.2 and 13.4. So our perimeter is 41.2. And now in order to find the area, it's just like a rhombus. You have to multiply the diagonals and divide by 2. So one diagonal is 16, the other diagonal is 12. So 16 times 12 divided by 2 gives us 96. Okay, try this one on your own beginning to end and then check back and see if you have the answer. Should have gotten a perimeter of 65.4 and an area of 240. Now you can try doing the textbook work.